confounded Acharya, savior of the whole world, Vishwaguru Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Shri Gaurnathai ki jai, Lakshmi Narasimha Swamy ki jai, Radha Govinda ki jai, Tulsi Maharani ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudhiraye Nashtaprayesha Badreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 25 and Text 37. Atho Vibhutim Mama Maya Vina Tam Aishwaryam Astangam Anupravrittam Shriyam Bhagavatim Vaspruhayanti Badram Parasya Me Te Asnuvate Tum Loke Atho Vibhutim Mama Maya Vinastam Aishwaryam Astangam Anupravrittam Shriyam Bhagavatim Vaspruhayanti Badram Parasya Me Tosnavate Tu Loke Atho Vibhutim Mama Maya Vinastam Aishwaryam Astangam Anupravrittam Shriyam Bhagavatim Vaspruhayanti Badram Parasya Me Tosnavate Tu Loke. Atho, then Vibhutim, opulence, Mama, of me, Maya Vinaha, of the Lord of Maya, Tam, that, Aishwaryam, mystic perfection, Astangam, consisting of 8 parts, Anupravrittam, following, Shriyam, splendor, Bhagavatim, of the kingdom of God, Va, or Aspruhayanti, they do not desire, Badram, blissful, Parasya, of the Supreme Lord, Me, of me, te, those devotees, ashnuvate, enjoy, tu, but, loke, in this life. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation. Thus, because he is completely absorbed in thought of me, the devotee does not desire even the highest benediction obtainable in the upper planetary systems, including Satyaloka. He does not desire the 8 material perfections obtained from mystic yoga, nor does he desire to be elevated to the kingdom of God. Yet even without desiring them, the devotee enjoys, even in this life, all the offered benedictions. Please repeat. Thus, because he is completely absorbed in thought of me, the devotee does not desire even the highest benediction obtainable in the upper planetary systems, including Satyaloka. He does not desire the 8 material perfections obtained from mystic yoga, nor does he desire to be elevated to the kingdom of God. Yet even without desiring them, the devotee enjoys, even in this life, all the offered benedictions. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The vibhuti or opulences offered by Maya are of many varieties. We have experience of different varieties of material enjoyment even on this planet. But if one is able to promote himself to higher planets like Chandraloka, the sun, or still higher, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, or even ultimately the highest planet, which is inhabited by Brahma and is called Satyaloka, there are immense possibilities for material enjoyment. For example, the duration of life on higher planets is far, far greater than on this planet. It is said that on the moon the duration of life is such that our 6 months are equal to 1 day. We cannot even imagine the duration of life on the highest planet. It is stated in the Bhagavad Gita that Brahma's 12 hours is inconceivable even to our mathematicians. These are all descriptions of the external energy of the Lord or Maya. Besides these, there are other opulences which the yogis can achieve by their mystic power. They are also material. A devotee does not aspire for all these material pleasures, although they are available to him simply by wishing. By the grace of the Lord, a devotee can achieve wonderful success simply by willing, but a real devotee, does not like that. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught that one should not desire material opulence or material reputation, nor should one try to enjoy material beauty. One should simply aspire to be absorbed in the devotional service of the Lord, even if one does not get liberation, but he has to continue the process of birth and death unlimitedly. Actually, however, to one who engages in Krishna consciousness, liberation is already guaranteed. Devotees enjoy all the benefits of the higher planets and the Vaikuntha planets also. It is especially mentioned here, Bhagavatim Badram. In the Vaikuntha planets, everything is eternally peaceful. Yet a pure devotee does not even aspire to be promoted there, but still he gets that advantage. He enjoys all the facilities of the material and spiritual worlds even during the present lifespan. The Sanstha Bhaktivedanta Purport. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitham Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Sadaswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So in the last verse, Lord Kapila explained how a devotee gets liberation simply by focusing on the charming forms of the deities. As soon as a devotee gets absorbed in the deity form, minutely looking at the Lord's beautiful form, alankaras, the dress, and various paraphernalia that the Lord is holding, a devotee gets liberated. And such a devotee who is completely absorbed in thought of Krishna, atho vibhutim mama maya vinastam, he will not be interested in the opulence offered by Maya. In this world also there is lot of opulences there. Every country declares its opulence in terms of the GDP. They say we are 1 trillion economy, 4 trillion economy. India has crossed 4, and of course America is some 33 or something. So there is a sense of opulence is there, vibhuti. And who is the Lord of all these vibhutis? That is Krishna, Maya Vinasta. Prabhupada translates that Maya Vina as the Lord of Maya. So Krishna is unlimited in 6 opulences, and a fraction of those opulences he manifests in this world. And he explains to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita that all these vibhutis are nothing but a small fragment of himself. All these innumerable universes, they all represent Krishna's vibhuti, but he says this is just a small fragment of myself. Unless Krishna enters into this world, these opulences are not visible. So, devotees who are absorbed in Krishna, they are not interested in these vibhutis. But the people in general, they desire all these opulences. In fact, they all run behind these opulences day after day. Everybody wants to be very wealthy, or he wants to be very highly reputed. So Prabhupada is explaining here, reputation, good position, wealth, all these various opulences are desired by common people. And they all know if we follow some religious process, which is called dharma, they know they'll get money. So that's why most of the people, they put tilaks, kumkum, and they're very religious. And they will come to the temple, and they talk very religiously because they know this will result in money. They'll get money. Once money is there, then immediately they're interested in sense gratification. Why people want money? Because with money you can get a lot of enjoyment, sense gratification. You can purchase interesting cars, the latest models. You can travel to some unique places in the world. Summer you can go to the other side, western countries, because there it's a little cold. And for winter, their winter, you can come here, India, it is little warm. Actually, some people do that. In fact, they have some houses also in all these corners. Based on the seasons, he will go to one particular house. In Banjara Hills, there are so many houses. People have built these houses thinking that I will come and enjoy in this season. This is everybody's destiny. But generally, most of the time, who enjoys those buildings? The security guard and the ayah inside the building. Nobody else is there. They have swimming pools, they have showers, they have all kinds of facility. And who is there inside? Only the ayah and then some security guards. This is the scenario. So this is, even though they get all these opulences, actually Jiva, they cannot enjoy. But anyway, they slowly pursue this also. They get frustrated. I have so many buildings, that, so much of opulence, not able to. In fact, some of the rich people, sometimes they tell me, yes, Swamiji, there I have a building also, not able to go. Like one rich man, he told me he has a big house in a place called Bagepalli. I said, where is this? This is a border between Karnataka and Andhra. There is a place called Bagepalli, and then he has got a big house. He's saying, please come, at least use one day. And then, why should I go to the border of Andhra and Telangana, Karnataka? Anyway, once we happened to visit that side, and then he offered his guest room, palace, big building. And his, in one guest room, his bedding is like a milk, what is that? A milk foam. It's like so soft and all that. And he's saying, I hardly come here, Swami. He is not able to enjoy, but devotees, they got the facility. We are, like here Prabhupada is saying, the devotee enjoys even in this life, even without desiring them, all the offered benedictions. So people, they get frustrated that they are not able to enjoy. And finally, at some point of time, they think, now I want moksha. This cycle is popularly known as dharmadha kama moksha. This is the cycle. By dharma, they get money, and by money, they can enjoy life. And when they come to realize that actually they cannot enjoy, they get frustrated, and then they want moksha. When I can get free from all these things. So this is the scenario of the regular materialists that we see. So here Kapila Muni is saying, devotees are not interested because they are seeing the end. What is the end? Even these religiously inclined people also, they want moksha. And that moksha you are getting just by having darshan. Then what is that I have to go through this process? They are not interested in this process of dharma, artha, kama, moksha. They are not interested. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, devotees are interested in panchama purushartha. Not this 4 purusharthas, chatur purushartha. No. They are interested in panchama purushartha. That is, how to develop my attachment to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. How I can, that is the highest benediction for a devotee. Developing attachment to Krishna, how do you know? That means you are thinking always thinking about Krishna means that devotee has developed some attachment. 24 hours thinking means he is in full love. Only with love you can think. That a desire. So, then not only this, there are some subtle powers are there in this metal. This metal energy offers not only these gross things, gross opulences we know, like cars, this, that and all that, but there are some material subtle opulences are there, and they are called Aishwaryam Ashtangam Anupravrutyam. By following Ashtanga Yoga, one can attain these mystic perfections. They get mystic powers. Mystic powers means that's also material only, but they are very subtle laws. By practicing this Ashtanga Yoga, asana, breathing and all that, they become so fine in their observations, so fine in their thinking, that they are able to see the subtle laws operating in this world, and gradually they understand how to manipulate these subtle laws, subtle powers into some kind of a mystic yoga perfections. And one of the yogic perfection is that there are many perfections are there that one can float in the air. That is one of the perfections. Or he can create a planet. That is one more perfection. These are the kind of opulences. What we have seen, this Maya Vina, is gross opulences. In that also there is some subtle opulences, like material reputation is there. But this Ashtanga perfections, they are even more subtle. Yesterday, reputation. Like yesterday, we attended one function, and the chief minister, he graced the occasion, and I can see the power, how there's so many police there, Radha Govinda, so many special commandos, they're in a different dress, and there's so many officers in regular dress, but I can see they're all police or some kind of a intelligence department officers, and they're all spread all over. Actually, yesterday function, what happened, it's supposed to be our Bhumi Puja, but then CM decided that he will combine the Bhumi Puja with his public sabha, addressing all the public. So suddenly they have a huge stage, and then there are some 6,000, 10,000 people are there in front of the stage, and so we are waiting because our Bhumi Puja is there, so he has to come. Before that, they have put one more pandal, and there are a series of Shlapalaka. He has to inaugurate, some dozen they have lined up. He has to pull all the curtains, inaugurate those, name plates, and then he has to reach to our place. In the beginning, they have kept one bus also to inaugurate, and then the chief minister has come from Delhi. He had his lunch or something. We're getting all the information. Everybody is discussing, when is he coming? One officer suddenly came. He started from Hyderabad. He said, okay, we are ready with all the arrangements. And one more officer came and told, he's just in 5 minutes he is going to reach, because from there to that particular place, he came by helicopter, the chopper, and he just reaches by 15, and on the car it will take 2.5 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours, it is like. So he reached there, and I saw many people are running, officers are all running, and then he came along with some more ministers, and he came and stood there. They explained what those dozen inaugurations are, and then he came to our area, and then all the people are very, they're saying, no, be distant, but when he came and ministers came, very they very nicely, they spoke to Swamiji, how are you? Like that. And then our devotee, not only distance, he went and put one tilak here. And in his entire stage program, he is with the tilak. And then we called him to the Yajnakunda. Then one officer came and told me very angrily, you are diverting, a lot of time is getting wasted. Sir is very angry. I said, no. And then we gave Punnahuti, and then we brought him to this Bhumi Puja, where we are doing Abhishek to the Shiva. All the officers are angrily looking at us, and we happily did all the rituals. To get such a time from the chief executive of the state, everybody is desiring, but all those benedictions a devotee gets automatically without even. So then once that is over, then we gave some applications, and then he came inside. People are rushing. They want to be behind him or next to him so that in the photograph they're visible. In the end, the chief minister stood there and then called all of us, Swamiji, stand here. And then he said, take photographs. These are all not dream. This is what Kapila Muni is saying. Parasyame tu asnumate tu loke. The devotees, they automatically get all this, whatever people are aspiring to achieve in their lives. And so in the end we were discussing what arrangements and after he went away, then everybody is winding up those security measures and this and that. So much to set up. We said, look at this. Chief Minister, what a power it is. And imagine if Narayana comes, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What a power. And if Krishna comes, what a power. So all this, that's why a devotee who understands the transcendental nature and opulences of Krishna, Narayana, he will not be attracted by any of these benedictions of Maya, Vina. And then when the stage is going up, everybody is pushing and pulling and they want to enter. And security guards are not allowing and this and that. And we were hesitant to go or not to go. One officer, no, Swamiji, you have to come. And then we went up the stage and all that, and then everybody is, a lot of chairs are there, but they are all scrambling. There is a big thing is going on, and they're trying to occupy the chairs and all that. And they made me sit just next to the CM. We were shocked. So this is and then the CM knows that after some time I may not be there in this seat. CM knows that. But then devotees, that's why devotees have no such aspirations. When we go to a donor's house, when we see opulences, when we see enjoyments, a devotee's mind is not disturbed, not agitated. Because he knows, like this he must be having 1 dozen houses, he must be having complete frustration that he's not able to even enjoy one house. So, that's why Kapila Muni is explaining a real devotee who has developed some attachment to Krishna, he will not even desire the highest benedictions available in this world, in this universe, even in Satyaloka, whatever is available, he is not desiring. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, I don't want to be a Brahma, or I don't want to be Indra, if they are averse to your service, my Lord. But I want to be a Kita in the house of a pure devotee. But I don't want the position of big Brahma and big Indra. They have so much power and opulences. Bhagavatam describes in one place, we have seen in the Priyavrata's pastime, how Brahma comes to Priyavrata to convince him to take up the kingdom, the ruling of the kingdom. At that time when Brahma comes, we see what arrangements. He is the first person of the universe. And when he is coming, what a power. You can see the descriptions of Bhagavatam, so wonderful. They create pictures. The scene, the pastimes are recreated, and you are into that pastimes. This is Bhagavatam. So, and then, okay, we understand that, okay, material opulences, reputation are not so. But what about the mystic powers? They look interesting. You can float in the air, or you can even create a planet. Prabhupada explains in one place that devotees, by worshipping the deity in the temple, they can create Vaikuntha. So they are not interested in creating some material planets. So look at this. This is the opulence of the devotee. A pure devotee, by worshipping, by chanting, he can create Vaikuntha anywhere. And whereas these 8 siddhis, what is available to a mystic yogi, they are all temporary. Then you may ask, then what about the opulences which are given to a pure devotee? That we will see in the next verse. Kapila Muni explains. So that's why he is Aishwaryam Astangam Anupravrittam. By following this Astanga Yoga, whatever you are going to get, then what about floating in the air? Devotees, they don't waste time. They pay 3K and they can fly in to Delhi. 3 to 5K if you pay, you can go to Delhi. We don't want to waste our time and pressing nose for years. Simply by they take advantage. These are all opulences of Krishna. They know these airplanes, this technology, everything is Krishna's only. So why we have to worry? So they don't depend on yoga, they depend on Yogeshwara. This is devotees' mood. Then Shriyam Bhagavatim Vaspruhayanti Bhadram. They don't even want to go to Vaikuntha. Why? Because they're already living in Vaikuntha. If they are chanting, dancing, nicely honoring Prasad, the Vaikuntha atmosphere, and whatever he is doing here, same thing he will do in Vaikuntha also. For example, Pujari, every day he is coming, or let us say cook is there, he is cooking for Krishna. In Vaikuntha or Goloka, he will do the same. And Pujari is worshipping the Lord, in Vaikuntha the same thing he will do. As soon as Lord is there, he worships. Here he is chanting and glorifying Krishna. In Goloka also same thing. It is said that every step is a dance and every word is a song in Goloka. That is the synonym. Always blissful. Here it is said, Shriyam Bhagavatim. Shriyam means blissful. Bhadram means blissful. Bhadram. Bhagavatim Bhadram. So those are the 2 words Prabhupada specially refers in Purport. The other day also we were discussing. Remember these words of devotees, pure devotees. Bhagavatim Bhadram. It's a dictionary of the pure devotee. It is very important. And so they are not interested in promotion to Vaikuntha also. They don't desire because they already get it. And without desiring, they get it. That's what Kapila Muni is saying. Parasyame tu te asnuvate, they enjoy loke, in this very life, in this very world, they enjoy. For example, in some of the festivals, say Janmashtami or something, we give whoever comes to the temple, we give a big feast. We give a big feast. And then on the Janmashtami days, we offer this Chapan Bhog, 56 varieties. and offering to Krishna. After Krishna leaves the remnants, and devotees enjoy. Tell me who eats 56 varieties? You know, even the richest man. Once one lady met me. She wants to sponsor one small kitchen in some place, and she's asking, "What do you give for your 5 rupee meal?" I said, we have nice rice, and then there is a sambar, and there is sabji, and there is pickle, there is buttermilk, some dairy item is there, and sometimes there is sweet. I said, Swamiji, this you give every day? I said, yes. And she said, even I don't get this every day in the afternoon, and you are giving it to everybody? Yes. So this is the opulence of the pure devotee, and by serving under his guidance, even ordinary people like us, ordinary devotees like us, can transcend all the deficiencies of our past lives. Just by serving a pure devotee, and deficiencies of our birth, at the time of birth, because in this Kali Yuga, everybody is born Shudra, many deficiencies. All those things will be rectified if one adheres to the instructions of a pure devotee, Prabhupada. Particularly if one should chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, offenselessly. And Prabhupada defines what is offenseless chanting. Very interesting. He says, offenseless chanting means to chant under the directions of the spiritual master. So if you remember Prabhupada's words, his instructions, chanting instructions, and if you try to chant as per those instructions, it will be offenseless. Offenseless chanting means you realize the transcendental presence of the Supreme Lord. And as soon as you understand the Supreme Lord is transcendently present, then your chanting will become offenseless and very happy. Delightfully one can chant. So these are the opulences of the devotees. Although he is surrounded by so many of these vibhutis given in this world, a devotee should remain unaffected. He is simply interested in serving, remaining in the service of Krishna. And he uses all these opulences in the service of Krishna, and he will not use even 1 paisa for his own sense gratification. He may be handling crores of rupees, but even 1 paisa he doesn't want to spend for himself. And in case he has to spend for himself, he will always seek the permission of the authorities. Only with the blessings of higher Vaishnavas, he will spend some money for himself. Otherwise, every paisa he spends only for Krishna. This should be the target of the devotees. We'll stop here. Any questions? Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad